friends. Welcome to another Stitch with Me episode. I know some of you don't care for the windows behind me, and I apologize. I need the light to stitch, so I'm hoping, since I'm not really showing you anything, you can just listen to me gab and get on your own stitching and ignore the windows, or maybe if you're cleaning or whatever, you won't have to really look at the screen for any reason. But welcome. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I'm working today on Snow Village, and I'm on this last little village scene. And this was supposed to be, I had set a goal to have this finished in July. I wanted to do one segment each month. So I'm 5 days behind, but I'm just going to be filling in the snow here at the bottom, and then this scene will be complete. So 5 days late isn't too bad, and then I'll probably take a break from this for like a week, and do other things, and then come back to it and start on my August segment. There's only 4 more village pieces to complete this. I'm really excited. This is the biggest project I think that I've worked on, so I'm excited. Today's, did I tell you that already? Wednesday, August 5th. I think I did. If this is how this video is gonna go, you're in for a fun ride. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and so it's kind of late for me to get stitching. I usually stitch between probably 5 and 8 a.m. I've already been up doing things. I went and every morning I water my backyard grass. The sprinkler system doesn't work, and that's another irritation. But I guess it's going to require like a complete overhaul. We had a lawn guy look at it, and we just rent here, so I ain't about putting money into the sprinkler system. And the management company who manages our house, the guy is such a jerk. I contact him, and he's just super rude, so it's not worth it. So I just drag a sprinkler around. I can use a sprinkler on one half of the yard. It's not very big, and then just move it once and then do the other half. So I've been watering it manually. And so I usually wake up first thing, and while I'm trying to wake up and kind of get moving, I go get the backyard watering before it gets too hot, because it's been like 110, 112 here, and you can't water in the middle of the day. It's just too hot. So I usually wake up and get that done, and then have something to eat, usually like maybe some toast or boiled eggs. This morning my husband asked if I could boil some eggs, and if you have an Instapot and you're not using it for your boiled eggs, you are missing out. I usually detest making boiled eggs because peeling the skins off of them is such a chore, and it's irritating and frustrating, and you lose more than half the egg. And so ever since I've been using my Instapot, oh my gosh, the peels slip right off of the eggs. There's no hassle. So what I normally do is, if you have an Instapot and you haven't done this yet, my Instapot has a egg button on it. But if yours doesn't have an egg button on it, then just put it on high to where it pressurizes, and put the little wire like trivet rack on the bottom and load it full of eggs. I usually do a dozen all at once, and then peel them all at once and put them in a bowl in the fridge with saran wrap on it, or a Tupperware container. That way I don't have to make them every day. They usually don't last very long, because we'll eat them for breakfast, and then somebody will make egg salad or something with them later. So they usually don't last very long. But like I said, I put that wire trivet in there, and then if you're going to do like 6 eggs, you just put a cup of water in the bottom. But if you're going to do like a full dozen and load that rack up, then do 2 cups of water. And then you put it on high pressure cook for 4 minutes. Well, mine's 4 minutes. You're going to have to test and try out your pressure, your Instapot, and see how it cooks. 4 minutes is long enough for my Instapot type. I just have the Pioneer Woman Instapot. And so then once it goes off, you release the pressure, the steam out of it, and I take it right to the sink, run a little cool water over them while I'm peeling them, and the eggshells literally slip off. It's the most amazing invention ever. So my sister-in-law, Alyssa, on her Instapot, she doesn't have an egg setting, and she tried 4 minutes, and it wasn't quite long enough for her Instapot. They were cooked, but she likes them cooked a little bit more. So she just added like a minute or so to it. But give it a try if you haven't used your Instapot for boiling eggs. It's the best. And then if you need to make a potato salad, I mean, that just takes most of the work out of it right there. I haven't tried doing baked potatoes for potato salad in it yet. Maybe I should try that. Cooking the potatoes in there. That might save a lot of time too. That's something for another day. So this morning, I got up, I watered the backyard, I made boiled eggs, and then tried to put a little makeup on so I could do this video with you guys. I struggle to get ready. It's super hot, and B, just staying home, I don't, after I shower, I don't feel like getting all makeup and hair and all that, so yeah, I don't know. We're going to try to go to Costco after I do this video. They open at 10. So we're going to run up to Costco. I need a few things. I need a bag of sugar, and a bag of flour, and a bag of rice. Ever since the run on food and all that with this pandemic, I have decided to try to keep a pantry stocked a little bit more. Just a working pantry because I usually wouldn't ever have extra of anything. I just would have whatever I have. But now, because of that, I don't want to be caught in that situation again where you feel like you have to rush out and get something because everybody's like wiping out the shelves. That was horrible feeling knowing I have babies in the house. At the time, my daughter and her kids lived here. So now I'm just keeping a little bit extra, on hand, and when I start running low, when I open up the backup, I go replace the backup. That's my plan. So I need to get a better system going for that. Maybe get some more shelving units or something. Try to get a little bit more organized, but anyway, I need to run to Costco and get some stuff. Because my kids, when they come over, I always, you need anything, and keep them stocked. You know how hard it is when you're living on your own and you have no money because you're paying all your bills. And so I'm going to go do that. And then after we go to Costco, I want to try to be there right when they open at 10 because it gets so hot. And then when we leave there, I'm hoping I could just swing by and pick up my grandkids and bring them over for a little bit. Give my daughter some time to get some stuff done around her house and bring the babies home and love on them. I guess Quaid told her yesterday, he said, Grandma and Grandpa's house? And she said, we'll go over there later, not right now. And he said, okay, Mama, tomorrow. So it's tomorrow. I want my grandbabies over here. I hate hearing he wants to see me and he can't. But we'll get used to it. Both he and I eventually get used to it. So I want to go over and get them after we go to Costco and bring them over for a few hours, let them play and get them out of their little apartment and let them tear up my house for a little while. My granddaughter came over for a little bit last night. My grandson Quade was asleep, so he didn't come over, but she got to come over because her mom had to run to the grocery store, and so Quade stayed home with his dad, and she brought Irie over for me to play with for an hour while she ran to the grocery store. It's nice having him just, 2 miles up the road, 3 miles up the road. It makes it convenient and for a little pop in, and not a big chore, to bring him over or to go get him. So I want to do that after Costco's, go pick him up, and then after that probably be dinner time, and that's it. The day is done. The days are flying by, and I just can't wrap my head around it that it's August already. And so yeah, I don't know if I told you this on the last video, but I really need to go through my closet and just kind of clean out, get rid of stuff, and organize my bedroom. It's kind of been a little bit of a catch-all, and I just need to go through things and clear some, declutter, get rid of stuff that I've accumulated that I don't use, I don't need. I'm just feeling a little bit it's making me feel like a little crazy and stressed. I hate going in there. So that means it's time to give it some attention. So that's my plan. I need to do that soon. Sooner than later. I should be doing it today, but after going to Costco and having the babies over, I'm sure I won't do it today. One of you had a question for me about how if I'm not going to use the call for threads and linen, how I go about choosing it, or what my thought process is behind that. And sad to say, there's not much of a process. But basically, if I don't have the thread and the fabric called for, thread and fabric, like a kit, or, I order it, I try to use from my stash. And I don't have a huge stash, but I do have quite a bit, I feel like, for me anyway. And so I start feeling guilty with all my acquisitions and purchases. So I try to, remember that not everyone is going to have seen the original, the pattern, know that I didn't use the called for fabric and floss. They're just going to think it's beautiful, and so I just first go to my fabric drawer, and I look for a piece of fabric. First I take the dimensions and measure out how much fabric I'm going to need, and then I go to my fabric drawer and see if I have a piece of fabric that will work. And then depending on what the season is, because usually I just do seasonal stitching. I'm starting to get into stitching that's not seasonal, which is a lot of fun. It's funny how your taste and change, and you mature and grow and what you like. And but I still love seasonal stitching. So if it's a seasonal piece, I try to, if it's Halloween, look at my fabric that might feel more like Halloween type fabrics, more darker, more mottled, that sort of thing. Hold please. Let's see. I'm waiting to see if my daughter is going to agree to me picking him up. She said, yes, that would be great. Yay! So that's the plan. Costco, then pick up the grandkids. So I look through my fabric, try to find something that would be kind of fit the season or the piece and the size that I need. And if I have something, then from there I go to the floss. First I look through my floss collection and see if I have any of the called for colors. And then if I do, great. If I don't, then the next step is I have the DMC. A lot of times, you know, the patterns will give you the DMC conversion. So I use my DMC floss card to look at what those colors look like. And I just have the printed one, but you know what? I really think that I'm going to order the floss one that has a floss sample on it, because I feel like the printed card, yes, it gives you an idea, but I have a feeling that it doesn't give me as clear of a picture of what the color looks like as it would if I had the other one. Even though it's more money, I think it would be worth it in the long run, because it really helps me figure out like what floss color it is, what I have that would be similar. So I look and see if I have the DMC floss or a fancy floss or what have you. And if I don't have it, then I have the whole bunch of the Sulky 12 weight, the whole set. I got it off of Amazon for my birthday. And so I just go and look for a color that's real similar to that off of there in that stuff. So a lot of times too, I know that the floss, sometimes on the front of the cover, the pattern, how it looks, it won't necessarily match the called for color. The picture isn't very accurate. So a lot of times I like how the cover looks. So even if the actual floss color is different, if I like how the pattern cover looks, I try to look at that and just match my floss up to that. And I figure it doesn't really matter as long as if it's an orange and it's an orange, I get an orange, then and it looks good, then great. So then I just throw those floss on my fabric and make sure nothing's clashing, and make sure that the floss I've chosen matches each other. And I just make notes on my pattern by the symbol. If there's a bunch of colors and I might get confused. If there's only a few colors and one orange and one brown, then I don't even mess with changing the pattern, because it's clear what I'm going to be using. But if I have like 3 oranges or something like that, then I'll go ahead and notate it on my pattern, or make a Post-it note and put the the symbol with the new floss color name. And that's how I do it. I'm not an expert at it by any means, but I figure it's my work and it's my project, and if I like it, that's all that matters. So that's what I do. So let me know if you guys have any ideas or thoughts on that. I would love to hear what you think about it and how you choose your fabric and floss for your patterns, or if you always buy the called for floss and fabric. If it's a piece that's like this piece, it was a kit from Fat Quarter's shop, so it came with everything, and it was a club, and I got the pattern monthly. So that's why I'm using the called for fabric and floss on this one. Or if it's one that I just really am in love with and I have a little extra money, I'll go ahead and buy all the called for. But otherwise, I'm just going to use for my stash. I don't want to. I already spend enough money as it is. I did order the Coming to America by Brenda Gervais, the kit. So that'll be exciting, the box and the fabric and floss and all that. I'm excited to get that and start that. I think it's a 400-year anniversary. And it's called, I think it's called Women of the Mayflower or something like that. I think it's called Coming to America, but it has the Women of the Mayflower's names on it. You've seen it by Brenda Gervais. So I should be getting that soon, and I need to start that. I would like to start it this year at least. Even if I don't finish it, at least have a start in 2020. So that's kind of the plan. And yeah. So what else can I tell you about my husband? I'll tell you a little bit about my husband, Mr. Flossy. I posted a picture yesterday of we went and voted, and I posted a picture. We put our I voted sticker on our mask. You probably saw it on Instagram if you're following me on Instagram. And I put it on Facebook and Instagram, and Judy was like, "Is that Mr. Flossy?" Yep, that's him. I think I'll bring him on a video sometime for fun. He said, I'll come on your video. So maybe I'll have him come do a question and answer or something. Let me know if you think that'd be fun. And then, it could be dangerous with him answering questions, but I could always edit it. But yeah, so we went and voted yesterday, and there was no line. It was really easy just to pop in and vote. So that was nice. They had it in a big, huge, empty, like a strip mall store. Like, it wasn't, there was no business in there. So they were able to spread everything out inside, and yeah, it was nice. Just walk right in, vote, and walk right out. It was quick. So we did that yesterday. And so I was saying, I met my husband. Let's see. His sister was my roommate in college, and he had moved from California to live near his sister. So we all kind of hung out in a big group, and that's how I got to know him. And I didn't know his sister before she moved in. I had an apartment on the college campus that was like, had 3 bedrooms, and my normal roommates moved out. It was summertime, and I had stayed there to live and work through the summer. And so one of my roommates in the other room, she knew my husband's sister, and she said, "There's a girl, her name's Jennifer, and she doesn't like her current roommates. Do you care if she moves in our apartment?" And I said, "I don't care." So she moved in, and that's kind of how it got started. My husband has 7 sisters. Yep, you heard me right, 7. And he's the oldest of all those girls. And he's from American Samoa. He was born in California, but grew up in American Samoa, and where his parents are from. And he helped work the plantation and take care of his sisters. He'd help his mom braid their hair in the morning for school. So he's well-rounded. He understands women. He's very calm, and I can't get him riled very easy. He's very laid back. Polynesian guy, so he loves to have people over and make food, and he sings beautifully. He's amazing voice. All of his sisters and him have beautiful voices. I can't sing to save my life. I can't carry a tune. It's a shame. So, he's the oldest of his family, and I'm the oldest of my family. He was raised in American Samoa, and then after high school, he went on a mission for his church, and then moved to California. Actually, that's not right. After that, he moved to Hawaii and went to college in Hawaii. And then he danced at the Polynesian Cultural Center in Laie, and did the fire knife dance, and danced the different villages He learned how to dance Tongan and Fijian there and Hawaiian. He didn't really dance much Hawaiian, but he danced Samoan dancing over there at the Polynesian Cultural Center. And he did that for 4 years. And then after that, he came to California, moved to California, and lived there for a little while. And then after California, he moved to St. George, Utah, where by his sister, who was going to Dixie College, where I was going to Dixie College. And that's how we met. So, because my husband had all that dancing experience, when my kids were little, I learned how to dance. I did some Tahitian dancing, learned some Samoan dancing and Hawaiian dancing, and when my daughter was little, we had a little family show, and we would do little luau parties, and I would dance with her, and then my husband would dance and do the fire knife, and we were pretty busy doing little Polynesian luau shows and people's backyard parties, and it was a good little side business, and I was able to kind of help teach my daughter dances, and then my husband's cousin started a group here in Arizona, and I took her and paid for her to go to dance lessons at her dance school for a lot of years so she could learn professionally, dances from the different Polynesian islands. And she went and performed at Tahitian competitions and got a lot of dance training. So then when she married her husband Dion, he danced a little bit. They kind of took over our group and transformed it into what it is today. They have a big dance group, and she teaches Polynesian dancing to little kids on Saturdays, has dance school, and it's open to anybody. You don't have to be Polynesian to attend, and they're doing really good with that, and so proud of them. And I hung up my grass skirt a long time ago. Can you imagine a white girl trying to do a little Polynesian luau dance, shaking? I was much thinner and younger then, but still, it's funny. So, we also did Island DJ, and we do music and all that, and that was fun. But now we've retired. My husband and I retired long time now, and turned it over to the kids, my daughter and her husband and my boys. Every year in March, there's the Arizona Aloha Festival, and it's downtown Tempe at the Tempe Beach Park along the lake there. And they have a Aloha Festival on Saturday and Sunday. It's usually the second weekend in March. And our group, my daughter's group, performs there every year. And, it's a huge event. They have vendors and food vendors and other people sending Polynesian jewelry and artifacts and things. And it's so fun. And they have, I think they have 2 main stages and then a few smaller stages of Polynesian dance groups that go on all day long, Saturday and Sunday. So you can just buy some food and sit down and watch all these groups perform. And so neat. Really, really neat. So that's what it's kind of like the recital basically at the end of the year. For the year. She starts her dance school for the kids this month, August. And then they prepare and learn dances and learn of the culture. And then March is like the recital for that festival. And the festival is huge. I don't know how many thousands of people come. I mean, probably over 20 or 30,000. It's big. It's really, really big. And it's really run well. Very organized and nice. So they get ready for that. And this year they didn't have it because of COVID. So right before they shut down everything, my daughter just held a normal like recital at a venue for the kids and their families. And then literally that next week they started closing down everything. So we're hoping that everything's open before next March, and we'll see how it goes, you know. I was watching the news yesterday about that explosion in Beirut, and so sad and so scary. It was really upsetting to watch that, and my heart goes out to all those people, and just the images were so horrifying. It was not a good thing to watch before going to bed. I tossed and turned all night and had nightmares, and I can't imagine those poor people, what they're going through, and just, I don't know about this year, man. It's crazy, it's the things that are happening. And anyway, enough about that. I won't go on about that. I don't want to get all like emotional on you guys, but so sad. I'll have to see if there's some way to send money to help, support, make a donation. Anyways, well, I need to change my thread out. Do you guys like use your thread down to the little nub? I don't know why I do that. I do. I use it all the way down to the very bottom. Anyway, how do you guys finish off your thread? I just run it under some other threads. My back is not neat. It's kind of messy, but I don't know. When it's all finished, nobody's going to see the back anyway. That's how I think about it. So I don't stress out about it. I'm all about just enjoying my stitching. It's not a race. I don't try to rush. I'm not in competition with anybody. It's meant to be for my enjoyment and to make beautiful things. And so that's my focus. I try to leave the filling in to today's video because it's hard for me to count and talk to you guys at the same time. I'm not that experienced, so I thought I'll leave this fill in for my Stitch With Me video so I can just fill in and I don't have to like really think very hard. I just keep my floss in baggies and I don't know. I don't have a fancy floss system. Ever since I painted my dresser and my sewing table, my thumb, oh my gosh, has been bothering me so bad. I think I overextended and worked it when I was sanding and painting all of that, and so now it hurts so much. So I got this natural natural pain gel, and I've been trying to work it in several times a day. It feels like it's getting a little better, but then I'll forget and I'll pick up my grandbaby or something wrong, and the pain shoots through my hand. I could die. It hurts so bad. So I hope that eventually will heal and go away. I hope it's not like a new thing. Maybe it's arthritis. I don't know. Sure hope not. I want to look into joint or muscle or whatever and see if there's something natural I can take to help it. So if you have any thoughts, share them, please. Also, if you guys have any questions of stuff you want to know or about know about me or anything fun I can answer, just leave a comment on this video, and then I can answer questions for fun. Give me some stuff to talk about. Instead of my ramblings that probably it's like a squirrel moment. It's like one thing to the next so randomly that it doesn't really link up. Sometimes I think, like, what did I just say? I hope I didn't say something weird. I'm known to think one thing and then something else comes out my mouth. I don't know why it does that, but I've heard other people do it, so I'm hoping I'm not alone in that. But anyway, I haven't started the stockings yet. I need to start them. I need to get the instructions out and look at it. Those felt stocking kits, I haven't started them, and I need to. I want to start the one for my grandson at least and get his going for this year. So many projects and no time. So I usually stitch probably like at least 1 hour a day, and then lately I've been kind of getting about maybe like 3.5 hours a day. On a good day that I'll get that many hours in. And I usually just watch YouTube, FlossTube, and stitch. I started watching shows on junk journals because Bendy Stitches does a junk journal with some of her smaller cross stitch pieces that she's not going to frame or finish. I think that's a great idea. I did a junk journal for trips, like when I travel somewhere. I put pictures and mementos in it, and so I kind of done that before, but I didn't realize what a big thing it is. People really do get into that, and they're really good at it. I've been watching some videos on YouTube about that, and it's super interesting. And if you remember seeing my other older regular FlossTube video, I got all those old magazines. Maybe I should make like junk journaling paper packs and sell those on Etsy. That might be a good idea. And the people who do junk journaling could buy them and use them to embellish their junk journaling, because there's so much cool black and white text and ads and things in there that are so cool, and I hate for them to go to waste. They're 100 years old. I hate for them to rot, you know. If they could be put into journals and reused. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I was kind of thinking about that. We'll see. I'll let you know when I decide. I hope my fan's not too noisy. It's really hot. I have to have it on. I'm really struggling with my videos, trying to get the sound and the video quality. Like, I need to figure out what people use. I've been going between my cell phone, my iPad, and my normal camera. With lights, without lights, you know, it's hard. I'm not very techy, so. Well, I'm about a little more than halfway done on my filling in on my snow. Then I'll have this done, and then yay, I'll be caught up and just need to get August piece done. I try not to give myself too many like rules and make it too structured, because I don't want to feel frustrated with this. I just want to enjoy it. This is the only thing I really have kind of on a time limit. And when I have Kringles all kitted up, and I probably won't start that till beginning of next year. But I don't know if I'm going to make it like so rigid like this, where I was like one every month. I don't think I really like having it that structured. I want it to be kind of just more relaxing and just stitch on what I feel like, you know. I've only been stitching for maybe like a year and a half, I think. I guess I need to figure that out. I guess, yeah, it's probably been about like a year and a half, I think. Anyway. Maybe I'll pick up a rotisserie at Costco when I go so I don't have to make dinner. Then I could have more stitching time. That sounds like a good idea. Just get a rotisserie over there. Those rotisseries make, maybe I'll get two. Those rotisseries make really good chicken salad for chicken salad sandwiches. So maybe I'll get two. We'll eat one, and then I'll use the other one to make chicken salad sandwiches for tomorrow. Maybe I'll get like some croissants or something while I'm there. And that's a good idea. And then who knows what else I'll impulse buy. You know how Costco is. You go in for a few items, and you go in for 2 items, and you come out with $400 worth of stuff. Dangerous going there. I used to have a Sam's Club membership, but they're not very close. They're a little bit more out of the way. We have a Costco closer to us, so I never really used the Sam's Club membership. Costco's always so busy that I kind of dread going there. This week was my daughter's husband's birthday. Dion had a birthday this week. It was actually on Sunday, and so Monday, they had plans on Sunday already, so Monday I had a little family birthday party for him, and they came over, and I just got their orders and picked up some Mexican food, and then I made a chocolate cake for him. And we had a little party here on Monday. They all came over, all the kids. Wyatt came over, and Dion and the kids came over, Gabrielle. And it was fun. We just hung out and let the babies entertain us. Had cake and ice cream. Every day I keep thinking, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to cut out the crap and stop eating sweets. And every day I don't do it. Put on a few extra COVID pounds, man. See all this staying home and baking and just doing things to occupy your time. And I need to stop. I need to stop eating so much. I'm nearing the end of my fill-in. I'm so excited. Just have a few more things. So my husband and I, we got married in 1992, February. And February 22nd, 1992 was our wedding. And so we married a long time. It's funny to think about, like, you've been married longer than you were single, It's funny when you make that transition. It's weird. You think, I've lived with you longer than I lived with my family, Do you ever look at your husband or partner and think, wow, like you're just some stranger I met. And we decided to be together and live together and have a family. I don't know. I think weird things sometimes, I think. Sometimes I look at him and like, oh, I do love you. And then sometimes I look at him and I think, why do I love you again? I'm hoping that's normal. I'm sure he couldn't possibly look at me like that. Oh, I'm sure he looks at me and thinks, why did I marry this crazy lady? So, what else can I tell you? I love Mexican food. It's my favorite. I think it's my favorite food, type of food. And then after Mexican food, it would probably be Italian food. But I love me a good steak or cheeseburger. So, I don't really like to cook, but I love to bake and make desserts, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. I hate making dinner. Hate it. I don't mind making breakfast, lunch, but I hate making dinner. I don't know why. I don't know why I hate it so much, but I do. I don't enjoy it. My sister, Christy, and Tara are really good cooks, and they can make stuff out of nothing, and not me. It's a struggle. So I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more squares to finish this, and I've run out of thread. Really? Are you serious? I have to do a thread change for 7 more squares. And of course my needle on threads because I let it go too small. So I was trying to make it work and get to the very end. That's what happens, people, when you try to cheat the system. Did I tell you, in every project bag I keep a pair of scissors, a pair of dollar store readers, a snag nabbit in every bag. That way, when I take a project out, I have everything I need and I'll have to go looking for it. That's one of my tips that works for me. And I wish I had some Dovo scissors. I heard those are really nice. I don't have any Dovo scissors, but I just have a bunch of, little, I think these are Weston scissors. Just different scissors, whatever cheap ones I can find or have. Little needlework scissors. Yay, I'm glad I'm going to be caught up. Have my July assignment done. And not too far into August anyway. Just a little bit late. Okay. I ordered some, like a dinosaur, butterflies, tree, like big wall stickers. And I'm going to decorate my other spare bedroom next door to here. And I'm going to make a grandkids room. Put their toys in there. I'm going to try to look for some little twin beds, I think, so that if they're here and they're spend the night or their nap time or whatever, they have a little room. Just kind of make it fun. Make a little grandkids playroom. And then if my parents ever come, they can stay on the twin beds. Kind of make it like a / guest room maybe. We'll see, but I want to make it cute. I want to make it fun for them. I want it to be like designated with their toys, and so I got those stickers. They should be arriving soon. I got the I think it's like a Brontosaurus, and I got the butterflies. I'm gonna put kind of like flying around the trees, and I got these tree wall decor big wall decor stickers. I think the dinosaur is like maybe like 3 or 4 feet tall or whatever. So I think my grandson will really like it. I think he'll be excited when he sees it. And the butterflies are for on behalf of my granddaughter. She's little, but maybe I'll change it when she's a little older. Make it a little more girly. Maybe I'll split the room and do girly wall mural one side and then the boy mural on the other. I don't know. We'll see. Yay, I finished! I finished my snow village fill in all the snow. And it took almost an hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes shy of an hour. It's not bad. Okay. Let me see. I don't like the writing on my villages. The writing did not turn out very good. My little straight stitches or whatever, but it turned out cute. Got that little snow boutique done. I like it. Now I'm going to take a break on this for probably a week before I start the next village and work on my other projects that I have going. And going to go get ready to go to make sure my husband's getting ready to go to Costco with me. It helps so he can lug the flour and the sugar and the rice. We buy 50-pound bags of rice because they make rice every day. I only eat rice probably once or twice a year. I don't really like rice to eat it like my meal like they do. Every now and then I'll put gravy on it if I make like chicken and gravy or something and eat a little bit of rice, but maybe once or twice a year is all I eat rice. I'm more of a potato person, but I don't make potatoes because they always want rice, and then I don't want to make rice and potatoes. So I just have usually like the meat and the vegetables, and I skip the rice and yeah. So I'm going to go get them ready. We're going to go up to Costco. And then I'm hoping after I drop the kids off later this evening maybe, since I'm going to get a rotisserie and I'll have to cook, I might try to do some more stitching this evening. That will be fun. And I guess that wraps it up for today. Hope you're all doing well and you got some stitching time in with me today. And I really appreciate all of you so much. You don't even know how much I appreciate you watching. And we hit 1,000 subscribers this week. So yay, we're going to have a giveaway on Sunday. And so I look forward to that. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.